Misinformation and disinformation can be found all over the internet. But how can you tell if something is true or false? Here are 3 tips for how to spot fake news. This video supposedly shows a rocket crashing into the moon. And this one supposedly shows a spaceship destroying the Red Square in Moscow. And here, the Russian government claims, in the war in Ukraine, footage of bodies lying in the streets of Bucha was staged after the Russians withdrew. These are all examples of fake news. On social media, videos or stories featuring mis- or disinformation spread 6 times faster than accurate news stories. Anyone who spends time on the internet can recognize that means it's a huge problem. Here are 3 tips for separating truth from fact online. First of all, stay suspicious. There's a high probability that you will encounter fakes on the internet. My colleague Joscha Weber tells us when to be particularly cautious.
Be careful if you come across emotional or controversial topics on the web, or if something is formulated in a very sensational way. And in general, we can say emotions like anger or fear make us believe in false stories more easily.
In short, if something is too good to be true, it's probably fake. So be skeptical. For example, take a look at this photo of a couple allegedly watching the Apollo 8 rocket launch. The photo has been manipulated, as we discovered when we conducted an online search. This video of Vladimir Putin has also been manipulated. Supposedly is announcing that Russia has surrendered in the war against Ukraine, but this is a deepfake. A false audio track was layered over the video. Secondly, ask yourselves who's behind the story or video you are seeing. When information reaches you via social networks or messenger services, the question always arises, who's the person spreading this information? What could their agenda be? And how trustworthy are they? Checking out the account for identifying details can help shed light on the content you're consuming. For example, if an account has very few followers and is fairly new, but posts frequently, this may be an indication that it's a bot spreading misinformation. Often, someone gets the information from others and just forwards it without verifying it first. Many platforms now specify whether a message has been forwarded or not. WhatsApp, for example, shows a small arrow above a message to indicate that it's been forwarded. And 2 arrows mean the message has already gone through a chain of at least 5 chats. If a post or message contains a link, you can click the link to check for yourself where it leads. But just because there is a link, however, does not mean that it leads anywhere or is proof of the claim. Or, upon closer inspection, you may find that you've landed on a politically driven site, a private blog, or even a satire site.
Warning signs for untrustworthy news websites are, among others, a missing legal disclaimer, text errors, unprofessional site design, or if you're not only offered information, but also products for sale.
Our third tip: if a claim seems strange to you, try to verify the content. Example: in March 2022, hundreds of social media users claimed that Disney CEO Bob Chapek had been arrested for human trafficking. That was false. Here's a hint on one way to verify such a news story. It would be shared by credible media outlets, and official bodies would comment on it. In this case, a simple search engine search shows that the news is false. Fact-check sites also debunk the claim. For other claims, for example, you can also look at the original or primary sources the claim is based on, like studies, programs from political parties, or political speeches. So, let's sum up the 3 most important tips on how to recognize fakes. First, ask yourself, does the claim appeal to emotions or baser instincts? Second, check the original source. And third, check the content and read background information from reputable media and websites. And most importantly, don't become part of the misinformation machine. If you're not sure if a claim is true, don't share it. And you're welcome to send fakes you encounter to us at factchecking@dw.com.